ISRO will launch SpaceX's Falcon-like giant rocket. Know how? ISRO currently has two launch pads at the Sriharikota spaceport. But he has already prepared to build the third launch pad. From this launch pad, rockets will be released which will be necessary for other planets and human spaceflight. For example, the NGLV rocket. This will lead to many types of missions. These rockets will be assembled by lying on the launch pad itself. India's space technology, size, vision are all growing. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, has made full preparations for this. Preparations have been made to build the third launch pad at the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. At present, ISRO has a second launch pad. The first launch pad was built only for the PSLV rocket. The GSLV rocket cannot be launched from it, because it is not a launch pad suitable for the cryogenic stage. When ISRO received the LVM-3 rocket, the second launch pad was re-engineered. Now the LVM-3 has a semi-cryo stage. The initial human spaceflight will be from this launch pad. That is, the initial launch of Gaganyaan will be from the second launch pad. ISRO has been continuously upgrading and updating this launch pad for the last 20 years. The danger is that if there is an explosion on this launch pad, then we do not have any other launch pad for the launch of GSLV. This will stop all the missions of ISRO. Why the need for a third launch pad? The third launch pad is being built under the new, modern and backup plan. Because we are moving towards the new rocket NGLV, i.e. Next Generation Launch Vehicle. This rocket will be assembled by lying down. Then it will be crooked, just like SpaceX's rockets. It will not be vertically assembled. That's why we need a launch pad where we can lay down the rocket and assemble it and straighten it back. You can launch again from here. Therefore, there is a need for a launch pad that can support this technology. The NGLV will have more liquid engine boosters. The jet deflector design will also change. Jet deflector means the way to safely remove the smoke and fire that comes out at the time of launch under the launch pad. Testing of all stages will also be done here. There will be no need for Mahendragiri Center for this. Therefore, it is important for this launch pad to be more advanced. Many things will be completed from a single launch pad. What will happen in the NGLV rocket? The NGLV will be a three-stage rocket. The first stage of which will be reusable, as the first stage of SpaceX's Falcon rocket returns. Exactly that. This rocket will be quite economical. This is also the need of the future. Currently, LVM-3 can carry a payload weighing 9.2 tons to LEO. It has to be increased to a capacity of 20 tons of payload. The GTO is now able to deliver 4.3 tons of payload. It has to be increased to 9 tons. The NGLV will complete both these tasks. At the same time, we will recover it from anywhere on land and sea. It will have the technology coming back to SpaceX's Falcon rocket. What is the status of ISRO's Next Generation Launch Vehicle, NGLV, program? ISRO's Next Generation Launch Vehicle, NGLV, program is an ambitious effort of the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, to build high-capacity launch vehicles in space. Under the NGLV, Next Generation Launch Vehicle program, ISRO aims to develop a new generation of launch vehicles, which is more capable and cost-efficient than the existing vehicles. NGLV will provide greater payload capacity and efficiency than the existing launch vehicles such as PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, and GSLV, Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle. ISRO aims to make NGLVs more affordable, so as to reduce the cost of space missions. This can be an attractive option, especially for private companies and international customers. New and advanced technologies will be implemented in NGLV, such as autonomous flight control, improved engine technology, and more durable design. The spacecraft will be capable of launching various types of satellites into different orbits such as low Earth orbit, LEO, middle Earth orbit, MEO, and high Earth orbit, GEO. The NGLV will have heavier payload capacity, making it suitable for more critical space missions. Its engine design will be quite advanced, which will increase its fuel efficiency, and the success rate of the mission will also be high. The NGLV can have a modular design, allowing it to be easily adapted to a variety of missions. ISRO has started working on this program, and it is considered crucial for future space missions. The primary objective of NGLV is to make satellite launch more reliable, cheaper, and more efficient. At the moment, ISRO's focus is on testing and developing various components of this launch vehicle, and it is likely that it will be tested for the first time in the coming few years. In conclusion, this program of ISRO will further strengthen India's space power at the international level and make the Indian Space Agency more competitive in the global space market. Let us know in more detail about ISRO's Next Generation Launch Vehicle (NGLV) program. 1. Need and purpose of NGLV. The main objective of the NGLV Next Generation Launch Vehicle program is to establish India's position more firmly in the world of space launches. Currently, India has launch vehicles like PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, and GSLV, Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle, but there are some limitations in the payload capacity and cost of these vehicles. NGLV is designed to fill this gap. The launch vehicle will incorporate new technological developments and advanced forms of technology to launch more heavy and complex satellites in the future. 2 key features of NGLV. 1. More payload capacity. NGLV will have larger payload capacity, allowing it to launch heavier satellites and missions into space. 2. Economical and more reliable. This launch vehicle will provide greater efficiency and reliability at a lower cost, which will lead to more space missions at a lower cost. 3. Attractive for international market. NGLV, due to increased capacity and lower costs, can be an attractive option not only for India's missions, but also for international customers. 4. Suitable for telecommunication and weather satellites. The NGLV will be designed to be able to launch any type of satellites, e.g. telecommunication satellite, weather satellite, scientific satellite, easily. 3. Development process of NGLV. 1. Team and research. NGLV is being built by a large team of scientists and engineers from ISRO. This team is working on rocket engines, structures, fuel, and other necessary technologies. 2. Use of latest technologies. The NGLV will use the latest rocket engines and other equipment. Under this technology, rocket engines will generate more power and provide better fuel efficiency. In addition, its structure will be made lighter and stronger so that it can send more payloads into space. 3. Improving operations. Technology is being improved to make the launch of NGLV smarter and automated. This will make the launch process simpler and more reliable. 4. Advantages of NGLV. 1. A boost to Indian space program. The NGLV will give global recognition to India's space program. It will provide ISRO with new launch capabilities, which will enable India to increase its share in the global market of space launches. 2. Suitable for commercial missions. NGLV will provide satellite launches for business customers, which will make India more beneficial and competitive. Also, ISRO will get an opportunity to launch satellites of other countries. 3. Resources and security. This vehicle will also be very important for Indian defense and communication programs. At the same time, it can also be used for national security and other strategic purposes. 5. Possible future. With the success of NGLV, ISRO can plan for more complex and high-capacity missions in the future. In addition, this vehicle can become a standard for other space agencies and private companies, which are working towards reducing the cost of launching into space and increasing reliability. 6. Time limits and tests. As per ISRO's plan, the probable date for the first launch of the NGLV could be 2030. Various tests are currently being conducted for this, including testing the engine and other technical components. As the launch vehicle reaches the final stage of development, more preparations will be made towards launching it into space. 7. Direction forward in India's space journey. The NGLV will be a significant step in ISRO's space journey, as it will give India the capability to successfully launch large and important space missions. With this, India will see more importance and advancement in the field of space technology. ISRO'S NGLV program could prove to be a major milestone for the Indian space program in the future. This launch vehicle will be able to make successful space missions with high capability, reliability and low cost.